Welcome back to Gamer Sanctuary, Fresh Coast Gaming fans. As most of you are aware, we love to do get-togethers like this on a very special day. And one of the get-togethers we kind of have a tradition is called Babypocalypse. We did the first one a few years ago when Mike, Bill, and my little girl, so we have 4 kids all born within like 3 months of each other. That was our first Babypocalypse 1.0. Earlier this year, we had Babypocalypse 2.0 when Mike's daughter was born, and we decided we were going to throw Jeremy Babypocalypse 3.0 because he was expecting his daughter to be born middle of December sometime. So we put together this big old party here. Most of the guys here are part of our group. We got a bunch of young guys just starting out in 40K, which is great, and some other guys towards the back who we've been playing with as well. But we were going to put together a game, 4 players, 2 per side, Horse Heresy, just the dads in the group, just the dads. And we were all goofing off with all of us taking Primarchs, and then nobody taking Primarchs. And anyway, it was going to be 4 legions playing against each other. And then Jeremy's wife had to induce yesterday, so Jeremy's no longer an expecting father. He's an actual father. Consequently, he's not here today to actually participate in the party we're throwing for him, but we decided we're still going to have the party anyway. So Will's going to take his place. We've gone from playing 4 legions to 2 legions versus 2 admechs. So Larry and Will are going to team up with their Mechanicum lists, and Mike and I are going to have our 2 traitor legions against them. So we've already kind of started getting stuff together. Mike and I have deployed. We won the role to go first, mostly because Larry's late, and we just said, we're going to take the first turn. But we gave them a little bit of a bonus too. We're kind of calling it the inducing reserves, as it were. So we're gonna get to showing the armies as they're set up, and then talk about the mission of the game. All right, we're gonna start over here with my Death Guard. I have a tactical squad, sergeant upgrade with melta bombs and rad grenades, and a Voxcaster. I have a Land Raider, my first time using any kind of vehicles other than a Rhino with my Death Guard. Typhus and 4 Death Shroud are in there with melta bombs. I have 5 Grave Wardens, a Chain Fist in there somewhere. They're behind the Dorado, who has the missile launcher upgrade and the Advance upgrade to give everyone's invul and save a boost. Another tactical squad in a Rhino right here, same as the first. 3 Rapiers behind an Aegis defense line. I have 2 heavy weapon support squads. I've got 5 Volkites, 5 missile launchers, a Master Signal, no upgrades on him. A pair of Dreadnoughts with twin-link glass cannons. One of them has a Chain Fist. That would be that one right there. Both have Graviton guns as their second weapons. And that's it for me. Looking over at the Emperor's Children, we've got a tactical squad in there, just bare bones. We got a Whirlwind Scorpius, the ancient Rylanor Dreadnought, the character Dreadnought that they have is super cool. Mike's new Destroyer squad. You can see that Mike's got a lot of fast-moving stuff. Got his Destroyers here. He's got a large Assault squad right here with Idealon in the middle and a Primaris Medicae. A Sakaran Venator right there for some major anti-armor punch. Squad of Cacophony up in the ruins. A Javelin Landspeeder here. And 4 jet bikes right here with a plasma cannon in that one. And that's it. So we're going to take a look at the Mechanicum army very shortly. Larry just walked in and he's going to get started. All right, Larry's here. We're all set up. I'm going to have him go down the line and start telling you what he's got. And then Will is going to chime in when he gets to his half the table. So go ahead, take it away, Larry.
All right. First off, I got my Knight Megara. He's the Mechanicum Knight. He's got a super lightning gun. He's got a pretty cool claw and an ionic flare shield. I've got a 2-man Castellax squad, one with a Darkfire cannon and one with a multi-melta. I've got a 10-man Thrall squad. I've got the Krios Venator. I've got a squad of Myrmidon Secutors. That's a full 9-man squad of Thalax. With the Ferox upgrade, so they have Rage and Rending, which is pretty sweet. Then I have a 3-man squad of Castellax attached to the Magos. No special weapons in there, just a standard loadout. And then I've got down there my Myrmidon Destructors with the Radiation Engines.
Okay. And we'll take it from there.
I got the Ad Seculars here with all the upgrades, armor, alchemistry. I got a Dominus with a conversion beamer. The Thanatar with his...
It's the Siege Thanatar, right? Yeah.
The Siege. Same thing here, the Myrmidons with, I put them all maximum bolters.
Vorax.
Yeah, Vorax. I actually gave them the Bile Corrosive ammo this time.
Good. I have poison weapons.
The
Shoot me with them, please.
They're just standard for now, just with their bolters. And then the Magos Prime has the Graviton Imploder. And same thing here, Destructors with radiation engines, and then 3 Castellax, 2 Darkfire, and a Melta.
Sweet.
Oh,
and then reserve, yeah.
These guys, they're 2 Thalax Emperite, so they're gonna drop in, and these are tarantulas in a drop capsule.
Sweet, I miss those from Rogue Trader.
They're hard for heresy.
They're hard for heresy, so is Mike. Mike's always hard for heresy. All right, Larry actually rolled the Warlord trait to try to seize the initiative with a +1, so he's going to do that right now. As soon as we got a dice somewhere, so out of 5+, it's theirs. It is not. That's a 3. So we're going to go first. There's no knight fighting. Come back after the top of turn 1. All right, so the top of turn 1 got off to a really auspicious start for us. First roll of the game, I immobilized my Land Raider. Second roll of the game, I immobilized my Rhino in the ruins. Mike's first roll of the game, he immobilizes his Rhino. So we are 3 for 3 on immobilizing our vehicles behind my wall or in the woods. That's bad. So we generally had everything kind of move up. I tried to take some shots over here to at least knock out the Venator. I did take 2 hull points off it, and it is shaken. I did 2 wounds to one of these Thalax, and 1 wound to one of the Myrmidons here in the building. Killed half the squad of Thralls, whatever they're called. Yep. Everything I shot at the knight just kind of whipped. Those flare shields are obnoxious. All my Terminators are on foot now, and actually both my tac squads as well. They kind of had to get out. Didn't have a choice. Mike, meanwhile, killed half of these guys. These, what were they called?
They're troops.
Yeah, the troop choice. What were they called?
Those are Thralls.
Thralls. So they're Thralls again, the other kind of Thralls. One of the Vorax is down. One of these Myrmidons is down, and the Castellax here took a wound as well. This guy's taking a wound on him.
Josh, I have a secret.
Yes, sir.
For the Aegis defense line is built by the Mechanicum.
Oh, that's probably true. That's probably true. So it's playing against us. And I did actually paint the AdMech symbol on the back of my Land Raider. So that probably wasn't the best idea either. Oh, yeah, and rather than firing his own Rhino, he repaired it successfully, which never happens. And those jet bikes came up, jumped back. Everything else kind of just shimmied forward. We're trying to hold our position. We did get 1 point from the objective here at the beginning of our turn, but that's it. So we're going to go into bottom of turn 1 and hope we can give some of our crappy luck right back to these guys. Bottom of turn 1. The AdMech get 1 point for sitting on that objective to start the game. And then they advance forward and open fire. The knight tried to shoot his barrage over here, and it scattered way back here and did nothing. Everything kind of opened fire on the Grave Wardens. Dropped the Chain Fist Sergeant and 1 other guy, so they actually have a leadership check to make with them, now I think of it. I lost 2 Marines from the Plasma Fusel on the knight as well. And then the Castellax, right here in the middle, opened up with their bolters on the Dreadnoughts, and that one is down to a single hull point from glancing from the bolt guns. So that could have been better for them, but I'll take it. Over here, Mike lost 1 of the Cacophony to some shooting from, I believe, those Vorax, or those guys, the Solax. No, what are they called? Salax or whatever. The Venator is now immobilized and down a hull point from the Solex Las Cannon on the Thanatar. And everything over here, and I mean everything, opened up on the jet bikes. Anything not template was jinked successfully, and only 1 bike was lost for the template weapons, I believe. And that's it. So 1 jet bike is down, 1 Cacophony down on Mike's side, and an immobilized tank, 2 hull points off a Dreadnought, 2 Space Marines, and 2 Terminators, and that's it. This is a ridiculous kind of slap fight game in turn 1. Hopefully turn 2 is a little bit better. Top of turn 2, things started to turn our way pretty heavily. Mike's assault squad jumped forward and grabbed that objective, so they're going to be holding it next turn so long as they live. His tactical squad came forward behind the Dreadnoughts, and they're holding that objective as well. Meanwhile, in shooting, they managed to take off another wound on the Castellax, finish off the Myrmidon unit right here, killed them, put some wounds on the Magos, who pawned him off to the Scalax he was hiding with. And then over here, not much happened really in the middle. We kind of ignored the middle. Oh, we did finish off the troops. They have no troops holding this objective, which means they're not going to score it next turn. That's great. I already said the TAC guys got out and are holding that objective. Over here, my Grave Wardens shot at and then charged and died in combat to the what are they? Thalax right here. Rending is really good on them. A lot of swings, and it hurt bad. But the big news is there's no more knight over here. We just stripped hull points off with las cannon shots, with rapier destroyers, just lots of glancing hits, dropped it to 3 hull points in shooting, and then charged it with 4 Death Shroud Terminators and Typhus with Melta Bombs, and got 3 hits. I lost 1 Terminator to a D hit in combat first, and then did 3 hits with the Melta Bombs, 2 glances and a pen, blew it up, it scattered and tipped this way right back on top of my guys. Killed one more of the Death Shroud with another D hit, and then to finish off that Castellax, who had 1 wound left in the rest of the explosion, and then another wound on this Thalax, who had a single wound here. So pretty good turn for us, I would say. We got 1 point for holding for actually holding our center objective, and we get bonus points because in the mission parameters, one of the secondary objectives is the one where you get points for killing Lords of War. So we got a bonus point for that, and we are now in position holding 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives because my Death Shroud are scoring. If we manage to keep them for the beginning of our turn, that would be very good. Bottom of turn 2, Will got one of his Thalax units in. They deep struck right there on the bridge, and his Hyperios landed right here in the ruins. A lot of stuff combined fire onto the assault squad. Killed 11 of the Marines. The Torrent radiation engine flamers right here did a number on them. They're also going to be -1 toughness now. These guys actually did 3 wounds to themselves with Kit's Hot. It was terrible. Tried to blow up the speeder hiding around the corner. Lots of stuff shot at Rylanor with grav weapons, especially. And these are the 40k version of Graviton, not the 30k. So they were the roll 6 to immobilize. Did nothing to him. Over here, these Castellax and the Magos tried to shoot at and charge the Dreadnought on the bridge and missed. They rolled a 3 on their charge range. Over these Myrmidons killed 5 of the Marines that were holding the objective. They essentially pushed us back off of all 3 of the objectives we were holding, and actually are going to grab 2 if we don't do something about it. Over here, though, Larry had some retribution. These guys shot at, did 1 wound to my Death Shroud, and then charged in. And because all my Death Shroud are initiative 1 with their power sides, they went first and went with rage. Even though only 5 of them actually got in the fight, I rolled nothing but 1s. It was miserable. I rolled 1s on my lookout sirs, 1s on my 2+ armor save, 1s on my 4-up invuln with Typhus. So they did 3 wounds to Typhus and 3 more wounds to the Death Shroud. So 6 wounds total right there before I could even swing. So that helped a lot. So they got a Warlord kill. Actually, you're going to get D3 points for Warlord in that. So go ahead and roll that right now. So just 1 point for Warlord, but 1 point helps, so it puts the game at 3-2. Top of turn 3, the Assault Marines jumped onto the bridge, shot at and killed the Castellax or the Thalax that were there. The Bikes, Speeder, and Cacophony combined to destroy the 3 Myrmidons that were there with their flamers, so no more of those garbage weapons. Rylanor shot at and then charged the Vorax, finished them off. Over here, my Dreadnought shot at and charged into the Castellax and the Magos. Did a couple wounds with other shooting on the Castellax, but not enough. My Graviton Cannon actually scattered back and hit my Dreadnought, and I glanced at my own Dreadnought to death. That was terrible. The Volkite weapons killed 2 of the Myrmidons in this building. Both my squads, my Marine squads here, were able to Fury the Legion on the Thalax on the bridge. Only killed a couple of them, and then I killed more with the Dorado and the Land Raider, and then they failed their leadership check because they're not fearless. One of the few non-fearless units in the army. They turn and are running this way. So we managed to push them off of all the objectives still while holding it. We got 1 point for the one we've been holding all game long. So it's 4-2 still. They're not going to get a point in. Oh no, they're going to get 1 point in their turn because we couldn't do anything about that. So it's going to be 4-3 in the beginning of their turn, and I think we're looking all right. So moving into bottom of turn 3. Bottom of turn 3, the Thalax failed their leadership check, so they are continuing to run that way. The Thralls came out of the woods and are trying to come toward the objective. The Castellax parked on here and shot at the Dreadnought, and then failed to charge. Didn't do anything. Glanced him, took a hull point off. Over here, the Dreadnought was finished off by the smash attacks from the Castellax. The Thalax cohort deep struck down in here, and along with a bunch of other stuff, shot at the Marines, dropped them down to 1 guy left. They are still going to ground. Rylanor got shot at by the big guy, I think. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the big guy shot at the tank, but made a cover save again. And then the Castellax squad over here shot at and charged into the Assault Marines, and it was actually a tied combat. Idealon managed to do 1 wound on the guys, and I think
It wasn't tied.
He won.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So the Marines won, but Will's fearless, so he doesn't care. And I think you did more gets hot wounds to yourself again, right?
Yes.
It's been bad. He's had like 5 or 6 gets hot wounds over here with those guys. It's awful. That's it though. We're gonna go into the top of turn 4. The score is 4-3. They got 1 more point for that squad being on the objective at the start of the turn. But right now, they're in a position to grab some more points because that is a scoring unit. We got to get rid of them, and that fight has to end over there. Top of turn 4, Idealon and his buddies finally killed all the Castellax, and then they consolidated. Actually, looks like the destroyers jumped in there and helped out. They consolidated around the objective, but the destroyers are not troops, so they cannot hold that objective in our turn. There are no more assault marines over there. Yep, those are troops. Okay.
Are they within?
Well, we'll have to check at the beginning of your turn. Rylanor got immobilized on an Overwatch shot with a graviton gun, so he failed his charge. That's terrible. Over here, we took a lot of shots. It took the Volkites and the missile launchers to blow up those the Thalax that were holding the objective, and we put a couple more wounds on the Castellax with rapiers, but they're still there and still fighting. Back over here, I shot at and then charged into that the Castellax right there. I did 3 wounds in shooting and then dropped him to 1 and then failed to hurt him with crack grenades. I forgot I had rad grenades in the squad and melta bombs in the sergeant. That would have helped tremendously. And then these guys failed their charge on those thralls. So that objective is still going to be widely contested. This one is not being held by anything that can actually score. Neither is that one. Maybe. They might get 1 point here. And Mike cleared that objective with the whirlwind and some other shooting. I think he actually had to take the Sakaran Venator to finish off that last guy in there. It was kind of overkill, but points are points, and we tried to get him. So at the moment we have 5 points to 3, and we're going to go into the bottom of 4. Bottom of turn 4. First of all, they did score 1 point for this objective. We did calculate that they were within 3 inches of that, and the Scalax are troops. So the Scalax charged in after. Actually, Myrmidon charged in first to eat the Overwatch. Then the Scalax charged in. They actually won the fight, but the destroyers they're sticking around. The Myrmidon did get killed in the combat. A ton of shots came in at Rylanor, but he made just a boatload of invulnerable saves. It was pretty cool. Over here, these guys kind of spread out on the bridge, and they looked like they were going to go charge that one guy, and then directed all their fire across to those Marines, which is why there are only 4 out of the 10 left. But they went to ground and they made the leadership check. They're good to go too. These Marines finished off the Castellax in combat, remembering that they had rad grenades and melta bombs, made him make a bunch of saves, and he died to a crack grenade. They regrouped, snap fired and didn't do anything, and that lone tarantula way back there deep struck in, scattered off to the side of the Land Raider, and glanced it with the last cannon. So they managed to score 1 more point. It is 5-4, and that guy's still alive. He got ignored completely. He's free to do whatever he wants. Yay! So we're going to move into turn 5. This is likely going to be our last turn. Top of turn 5, my bolter fire cleared off the guys here, and I'm holding this objective now, but did not score any points from it. We did get the 1 point for holding this. My entire battery fired over here, did 1 wound to him, and I killed one of the Castellax, and then did a couple more wounds on that one, and that was it. Disappointing, to say the least. Let's see. Over here, Idealon put some wounds on the Magos, but 1 wound. Actually won the combat because nothing else struck back, but Will's guys are all fearless. We cleared that objective, so they're not going to score any points in their turn, which is great. Actually, no, they're still going to score that one. You guys are still going to get 1 point for that because you have troops on it, and we don't.
Those snail people are troops?
The snail people are troops, yeah. Kind of miserable. And that's it. So we're going to go into the bottom of turn 5. All right, here we are after turn 5. We are calling the game. It's getting late. We all have places we got to beat tonight, so... what ended up happening essentially, Larry already started to pick his stuff up. His guys came back here. He swept my Marines off the bridge here. We were all fighting for attrition, just trying to get kill points at this point because they needed that victory point to tie the game up. They did score the 1 because they had the troops still on that objective, so it was 6-5. So they killed the tactical Marines here. Killed that last tactical Marine here with the Castellax. The Magos broke off and blew up the Rhino with his fusion pistol, and then Rylanor was killed with some shooting from, I can't remember which, from the robot? Yeah, from the tarantula that was there. And then in combat, Idealon and the destroyers managed to finish off the Scalax, which gave us another point. It didn't really matter at that point because we had killed, I had 6 units destroyed, Larry had 6 units destroyed, so that was a wash. Mike had 4 and Will had 5. The Scalax made it 6, so we actually got the bonus point for attrition, giving us a grand total of 7-5. So super hard fought game. Nobody could really pull away, even when we thought we were going to. It never happened. Scoring at the beginning of your turn is tricky when you have to face your opponent's fire for an entire turn. But a great game. It was nice to see. I think we have almost everything fully painted? Yeah, except for the stuff that Will just got yesterday. Yeah. Literally, yesterday.
And even that had paint on it.
Showed up. Yeah, even that had paint on it. That's true. Put it together. Got some airbrush layers on it. Good job, Will. Yeah, I did that entire Land Raider yesterday. I did 90% of Typhus yesterday. We were really trying. I was finishing off all the trench works this week just to try to get them done for today. And then, of course, like I said earlier, the Man of Honor doesn't show up because, you know, he had a baby yesterday. So congratulations, Jeremy and little Abigail and Adrian, his wife. We're looking forward to, in a few years, getting her into the gaming group because we've already got the next generation started. Mike's got Charlie on the way. He's getting him into Star Wars right now, and Natalie keeps saying she wants to play too. I don't know. We'll get Mia in there sometime. I think if we get Natalie playing, Mia's gonna play too.
Well, yeah, I had her playing with my Zone Mortalis.
That's right. That's what you do. Yeah, that's right. She had like a, what was that? It was like a unicorn on the Zone Mortalis table. It was awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We hope you guys are having fun with this channel, and we're gonna start getting prepped for Food Hammer. This is the next thing we've got going. Stay tuned to the blog and the Facebook page for updates, prizes. They're starting to roll in, and everything's starting to look spectacular, especially on the miniatures front. So thanks again for watching.